This is what we are going to be building. You can see this slider. Let me reload this page. And you see the slider, each one with the contact button, their name, and the pictures. And you can see they rotate. It rotates automatically. You can set it to rotate automatically. And then you can also control the rotation from down here. That's the slide from down here or from these corners. You can also choose not to have this and just let it rotate on its own. You can change the pictures, change the colors on the borders, change the text, change this decoration, and then you can make this to slide anything. You can even slide videos, you can slide icons, you can slide text, you can make this your testimonials and all that. In my case, this is just a list of the members of the team. So this is what I'm sliding, but you can make it anything whatsoever. So without much ado, let's get on. First thing I'm going to do when I arrive on this page is to add a section, and then I'm going to add a flex box, and then I'll now add this column here. I'll give this section a width of 350. I'll make it 350. You can make it whichever size, but I think this is the best dimension. In here, I want to add an inner container. So I'll add this container here. Next, I want to go to the advanced for the main column. See, we have a column inside here. I want to go to advanced for the main column. And then I want to unbind this padding. And then you can give it a temporary padding of 150 top and 150 bottom. Now we are going to remove this, not 1500. We are going to remove this shortly. Now I want to come to this inner section. I want to give it a background color of black. I'll give it a background color of black. Next, I'll come to the border. And I want to give it a border radius of 180 pixels. You can make it 150 or 180. I'll make it 180 here. It's not going to be very apparent right now because we have a white background and the border by default is white. I'll now come to the advanced tab and I'm just going to unlink this padding, or you can turn it on and just make it 0, but I prefer to unlink it sometimes. I'll now come back to the layout tab and I want to make this inner column here, the minimum height. You can make it to be 250 or 260. Now we need to go under the style tab. I want to add a background image here, and this is going to be where the image will sit. So I'm going to upload pictures from here. I'll just upload all of these at once, or I'll just do them one after the other. The picture is loading. Now I'll just insert this by saying select. You see, you cannot see it because the picture is large and it's showing just the background on top. So to fix that, let's say image resolution, we'll leave it at full. Position, we'll say center. You see it already moves. And then the display size should be cover. You now see the picture really takes a good alignment. Now we can also choose the repeat functionality to be no repeat so that we don't have it duplicated. Now you remember that we had applied a border radius to this entire thing, but when I look at it now, you discover that we gave the border radius to all the 4 corners. So what we can do now is to come here to the border, and then we want to have the border to be just top and right. So I'll unlink the border radius. I'll make this to be 0, and I'll also make the left to be 0. So you see we have this as a capsule. Now, if you want, we can increase the minimum height of this to be maybe 300 or let's just say 290. So you already see it is beginning to take shape. And if you like also, we can also, increase the size of this page from 350 to, let me just say 380. not 280 but 380. Yes, so we can do that, but let's just leave it at 350 for now. I'm just giving you the different options. Now when we come to, let's come back to the style tab and to shape divider. We want to give a nice border decoration here, so we'll click on bottom and then we want to choose on mountains, and then we want the height to be 52, and then we want the color to be black. Oh, we did it on the wrong place. We did it in the wrong place. Pardon me, please. We are supposed to do it inside here. Click on this column, come to the style, and then come to shape divider, bottom, mountains, and want the height to be 52, and then we want it to be black. You see the reason. Now you understand why we are making it black very soon. So we want this to be black. You can make it any color. You can make it red, you can make it green, as in the color of his dress, but it doesn't really make sense. Let's make it black. So now another thing we want to do is that we want to go back to the border and want to give it a border type of solid, and the border we want to make it this color, this red, the top border. So I'll use my color picker tool, and then I'll pick this color, the color of his dress, and then I will now copy that, Ctrl C, and then when I come back here, it's asking me for the border color. I want to paste that color there. So that is that, and I want to make it to be, it's just going to be the right and the left borders. So every other border, I'm going to turn them off. So I want this to be, let's say 10 will do, and then I'll unlink this. I want to toggle off, turn off the bottom border. Now I can leave all the other ones. I'll turn off just the bottom border. What I want to do now is that I want to duplicate this section. I'll duplicate this section. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to invert this. So when I come to this section, I click on style, I come to border. I'm now going to do the opposite of what I did here. I'm going to give the bottom and the left padding. So I'll first of all remove these paddings. So I'll give the bottom and the left padding 180, 180. And then I want to remove the shape divider. I'll come to border, bottom, and make it none. What I'm going to do now is that for this section, I'm going to reduce the top margin. I'll toggle off the top margin, unlink it, and then I'm going to make it -20. So you see it now perfectly merges with this. And then I want to come to style, and under style, borders, I want to remove the top border. You see it's removed there, and then the bottom border should be 10, so it gives it this border color. But I now want it to be black, the border color. I want it to be black. You choose whatever you want to use, but I'll prefer mine to be black. And then when I come here, I want to come back to the background, and I want to remove this picture. I want to delete that picture. I'm going to add something else here. I'm going to come back and add a text editor. I'll also add a heading text, and the heading is supposed to be above here. And then I'll also add a button, and the button is supposed to be beneath here. For this button, I'm going to center it. It's going to be centered. For this text, I'm also going to center it. For this heading, I'm also going to center it. And then I want this heading to be red, as in this guy's name, or we can just make it white for uniformity. And let's say his name is Shane. And the text, I want it to be white, and I want it to be poppins. But I want it to be really centered into this section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the padding. I'm going to unlink it, and I'll give it a left padding of 10 and a right padding. That's a right padding of 10 and left padding of 10. I want to get some lorem ipsum English text here, lorem ipsum text in the English version. You can see I've pasted the text there, but it's a little bit too much, so I will just reduce the size of the text. Okay, that fits. And then I'm going to change the style of this button to this color. So let me just come back here, come back up here, pick that color code. I'll come to borders. I'll pick this color code. And then I want this button to be this color. I'll come to the button style, paste it there, and I'll change the button text to contact. Let me make it all caps. Contact. And then I'll come to the style of the button. I want the typography to also be poppins. I want the width to be 600. I want the button border radius. I'll make it 5, so that it's a bit rounded on the corners. So that is that. You can see the text here. The name is Shane, and this name I'll also give it poppins. And that is that. So what I need to do now, you see, I want to remove all of these this extra padding which we gave on top of here. We only gave it for the sake of understanding what we are doing. So now this is this. I want to now save this section as a template. I'll save this as a template, and I'll say slide 1, slider 1, and I'll save that into the template library. Now, how do I get to see this? Let me come back to the back end of my website, and I'll show you where it is. I'll go back to the back end of my website, and if I come under templates, you'll see this is it, slide 1, and it gives us this shortcode. So I'll edit this. I want to add a new picture here and change it as required. I'll select another picture. I'll select this one. I'll insert this one now. And then for the borders, I'm going to pick this color here. I'll pick this color. Copy that. Come to the borders. Border. Add that color there. And then I want to do the same here. I'll paste it there. So this guy is called James. This is called James. And I'll also save this as a template. I'll right click here, save as template. I'll just make this slider 3 because I want to put a woman on slider 2. Slider 3. I'll save that. And then now I'll do the same thing. I'll repeat the same for all the other people, and then I'll get back to you. I've gone ahead and added all of those templates. So I need now to come, you can see these are all the templates. I want now to come back to the back end of my website. I want to create a page. Please, if the sound is a bit noisy, it's because it's raining heavily here. I want to create a page on which I'm going to add all these templates. Let's just say, I'll say the home one page. I'm going to publish that. I'll publish. And then I'll edit with Elementor. Now I'm going to come to settings, and I want to hide the title, and I also want to make this Elementor full width. So I'm going to search for testimonial. So this is a testimonial carousel, and I'm going to drag it here. Now you see this is what it gives us right off the bat. But what I want to do is that I want to make this to be minimum height of, let's say, 400. And then I want to click on this testimonial carousel. Actually, what I should do is not the minimum height. I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to come to advanced. I'll toggle up padding. I'll give it the top padding of 150, not 1500, and the bottom padding of 150. And then I'm also going to come here. I'll delete these two. I'll delete these two items, leave just item 1. Here I want to remove all the text. I want to delete the image widget there. I want to remove this name. I want to delete that. I want to delete the title. Now what am I going to do? I will come back to my templates, and then I'm going to pick the templates one by one. So we have 6 templates here. Here, I'm just going to copy the shortcode. I'll come here and I'll paste the shortcode here. You may not see it right now, but when we preview it, you are going to see it on the front end. And then I'll duplicate this. Come. And then I'll copy the shortcode for Slider 2. I'll paste it here. I will do the same for Slider 3. This is Slider 3. I'll paste it here. Slider 4. I will do the same thing. Copy for Slider 4. I'll paste here. I will duplicate this. And I'll pick for Slider 5. And I'll paste it here. I will also duplicate and copy the shortcode for Slider 6. And paste it here. Now if I save this and then I preview this on the front end, now we see the slides. If I click on this button, you see how it's sliding, but we can change the options here. Now when we come to skin, the layout, let's make it default, and then we can say slides per view, we want 3. Then slides to scroll, same 3. So if I select that and save, and I reload this page, you see now we now have 3 sliders here. Now what I can do is I want to make this to be full width. Full width, so that the sliders show very well. So this is this. But now I see that the slides are too spaced out. So if I come here and come to style, Let's go to additional options. And then I come to style. Space between. I want to reduce it, make it 0. I'll publish that. And then if I now reload, so you see the sliders as they are. Now, one other thing I want us to do is that come to content, and where you see gap, make it 0. That is 0. And then we also want to give the navigation a color which we can see. The arrows, let's make the arrows to be, let's say, black. If we do that and we publish, let's come now to this. Okay, so this is how it does. You see, it can slide on its own. It can slide on its own. And you can also control it from here. So that is that. So this is how you can slide anything using Elementor. If you found any value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And also please turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel. God bless you. Peace.